Welcome back. The suburbs are having quite a moment, aren't they? Since 2000, the population of these large suburban counties have increased by 25%. That is, its growth has happened with the exception of millennials. That population in the suburbs have grown far less than they have seen, of course, in urban areas. All these young kids want to be in the cities. However, amid the pandemic, millennials are now starting to join this mass exodus. And joining us right now, Sam DeBianchi, DeBianchi Real Estate. Sam, you know, I'm looking at these trends, and of course, the millennials always want to live in the big cities, but now it feels like, okay, even they want to move out to the suburbs. What is the dynamics, and how's it impacting your industry?
Sure. So let me start by saying millennials like money. They like money more than any generation. They like making it. And, you know, that's your show, Making Money with Charles Payne. Well, guess what? That's what we like to do. And millennials make up 38% of the home buying pool. Older millennials or aging millennials, people my age, 36, we make up about 25% of the home buying pool. So we're really driving the housing market as a whole. And so many are moving to the suburbs. Why? Because they're living right now, or they were living in the city centers, think New York City, San Francisco. They were spending all their money on rent, but the plus about renting is that you can also save because you're not putting money into a down payment. So now that they can work from home, they can move out to the burbs, they can lower their cost of living, and they can put money into a down payment, into a home, have more space, and of course, work from home.
Right.
Then you've got the second type of millennial, which we're seeing, again, all throughout the country, especially here in South Florida, these millennials who bought their first home maybe for $400,000, $500,000, $300,000. And because, as we've seen across the country, home prices have gone up by 8%. I mean, that's a huge number. They're able to not only take out that equity that they've gotten from, you know, years before, but now they're putting more money into their pocket and they're buying, they're upgrading. So they're on their second home. Some are even on their third home. Right. And here in South Florida, they're even buying $1 million homes.
You know, Sam, one of the things I'm curious about, particularly in this sort of political atmosphere, are these millennials sort of bringing the big city sentiment with them? I mean, are they okay? You said they like money. Are they okay with building low-income housing in these same neighborhoods that they're making these investments in?
You know, I think low-income housing in the suburbs is inevitable. When and where and how, I think that's still up in question. I think a trend that we're going to see that we saw very early on, I think around 2012, there was this big trend with Lennar and the home within a home, or multi-generational housing. So again, obviously, as home prices go up, there's an affordability issue. You know, if you can even find a home, you want to make sure you can afford it. So you're going to see mom and dad, maybe grandma and grandpa, everyone living in the home. While it's not, you know, glamorous, these homes are being built in such a way that you have separate entrances, separate masters, separate living rooms. So you can bring all of these incomes into one, and you can live comfortably and still have your privacy. So I think we're definitely going to see more of that as we continue to see home prices on the rise.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking time for us, because I know you're counting money hand over fist with all the business that you have. And so we always appreciate it. We'll see you again real soon, Sam.